If you are looking for an employment and preparing for different competitive exams, then this video is for you. In this video, I'll be acquainting you with the pattern of questions, particularly in English section, because English section is an integral part of every competitive exam. Before I take you to that area, let me bring some information about the recruiting bodies which conduct different competitive exams. To start with, Union Public Service Commission. It is a national recruiter. It conducts examination like Civil Services exam for IAS, IPS and Allied Central Services, Civil Services Aptitude Test, CSAT, Special Class Railway Apprenticeship, SCRA, Combined Defence Services, CDS, and other services notified from time to time. In all the examinations conducted by UPSC, English is an integral part. After that comes the State Civil Services Commission. In every state, there is the recruiting body, Civil Service Commission. They conduct tests for different posts, senior and junior level posts. And in all their exams, English is also an integral part. Now, these days, banking has been a very lucrative job, banking. For banking exams, different bodies are there conducting competitive exams. One of them, at the national level, is IBPS, Institute of Banking Personnel Selection, and it is under the Ministry of Finance. It conducts different tests for bank probationary officers, clerical positions, and specialist officers. This IBPS, previously, it was Banking Service Recruitment Board. Banking Service Recruitment Board, that has been replaced, and now it is IBPS. Apart from IBPS, State Bank of India, it conducts its own exams, recruitment tests for PO and clerical, specialist officers also. And at the banking level, we have the NABARD, IDBI, for their bank executive officers, they conduct different exams from time to time. And so let me tell you that other independent recruiting bodies are also there, like SDFC, ICICI, and other private sector banks. For their own requirement, they conduct different tests. And in all their tests, English is definitely an integral part. Apart from this banking, we have different software companies these days. Software organizations, corporations, they are offering also very lucrative jobs. Like say some organizations like say Infosys, TCS, Tata Consultancy Limited, Wipro, Mindtree, and others. They conduct their tests, and many educated people like the engineers and technically trained like the MBAs, they are looking for such employment. Anyway, in all their tests, English is also a part. And very commonly, there is Staff Selection Commission, SSC. The Staff Selection Commission, it conducts many exams throughout the year for recruitment of many, cadres, many posts, maybe at the senior level, the junior level. One of them is CGL, SSC CGL. What is SSC? Staff Selection Commission's Combined Graduate Level Examination. And this SSC CGL, it recruits many, recruits for the jobs in ministries, government agencies, and other organizations of the government of India, in grade B and grade C positions. Yes, there is Staff Selection Commission's FCI, Food Corporation of India's grade 3 staff. Staff Selection also conducts CPO, Central Police Organizations, different organizations for recruitment of SI, sub-inspectors, and assistant sub-inspectors. For income tax people also, Staff Selection Commission recruits income tax employees, income tax assistants, and stenographers, grade C and D exam. All these exams are conducted by Staff Selection Commission. Yes, at the insurance level, insurance. In insurance sector, recruiting bodies are LIC, Life Insurance Corporation, GIC, General Insurance Corporation, UIIC, United India Insurance Company, and NISCL, New India Insurance Company Limited, Oriental Insurance Company. Apart from these insurance companies, RBI also conducts its own exam for fulfilling their vacancies of officers, government examiners and assistants. For railways, grade D technical and non-technical special exams are also conducted. Indian Navy and Air Force, they also conduct their exams. In their exams, English is also a part. DMRC, CRA, Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, Customer Relations Assistants, Station Controllers, Train Operators, and DHSSB, that is Delhi Subordinate Services Selection Board. It conducts exams for various posts under the departments of the Government of India, particularly in the National Territory of Delhi. Tests are also conducted for Cabinet Secretariat Assistants. In all these exams, let me tell you, English is definitely a part. And for admission to many exam-oriented courses, English is also required. For example, CAT, Common Admission Test. This test is conducted for admission to Indian Institutes of Management. MAT, Management Aptitude Test. CMAT, Common Management Aptitude Test. CET, this Common Entrance Test. SNAP, Symbiosis National Aptitude Test. IRMA, Institute of Rural Management Anand. Tests for NTSC, CLAT, Common Law Admission Test, Hotel Management. In all these entrance examinations, job-oriented tests, English is definitely an integral part. That is why all of you, if at all you are preparing for competitive exams, you should take note of the subsequent inputs I am giving you here. Let me tell you, my dear, once you are acquainted with the pattern of questions, your chance, your scope definitely will be wider to come out successful in the examinations. That's why, my dear, please be with me and be acquainted with the pattern of questions which usually are set in English section in the competitive exam. Coming to the pattern of questions, let me tell you that there are varieties of questions, particularly in English section in the competitive exam. One very common category is comprehension passages. A passage is there for comprehension. What is comprehension? Comprehension is to read and understand. This is the test of the candidates whether they are able to understand English language properly or not. So this test consists of a passage. Maybe passage is small or long. Long passage has many paragraphs, and the small passage is a single paragraph, 2-3 paragraphs. However, following this passage, there are a few questions. Questions are of different types. Different types of questions are there, which candidate is required to answer on the basis of the facts, information provided in the passage. Passage, when it is very long, usually such long passages we find in the management entrance test, like say Common Admission Test, which is there for admission into Indian Institutes of Management, and Management Aptitude Test, MAT, CAT, all these other tests, in which we find long passages, comprehension passages. But in CDS, Combined Defence Service, NDA, National Defence Academy, all these tests, passages are of medium length. And in banking, passages are very small. Yes, many students, they feel and they have this opinion that comprehension part is very difficult in English. But no, mind you, it's not that difficult. If it is not at all difficult, if you have the right approach to tackle it. I'll be telling you everything in course of my inputs, how to tackle this with ease, with comfort, and how to score better marks. Good marks, full marks, so to say, in this comprehension test. Yes, a passage is usually given. I am now bringing for you a passage. I'll be reading it out. After this, I'll be citing a few examples, varieties of questions which are usually asked in English portion in the competitive test. Here is a passage. I am reading out the passage. Pay your attention to this. Mother India, time and again, has produced all the children who have lived up to her expectations of holding the Indian banners or values floating high. Among such illustrious children, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi occupies an admirable position respected over the generations. Born to a joint family at Kathiawar, Gujarat, Mohandas enjoyed a healthy childhood nourished by his parents Putli Bai and Kaba Gandhi. Valued education and early marriage provided him new directions of life. With a strong boosting in London, where he was qualified as a lawyer, tagged with the coveted legal degree Bar at Law. With the legal profession, Karamchand had to migrate to South Africa on an assignment in a farm, and it was at this place he experienced the dominance of injustice over what is just and fair. Now, the episode as to how he was once thrown out of a train in spite of his possession of a first-class railway ticket was the decisive anecdote that made him determined to fight the evil forces with his own effective tools of truth and non-violence. Back in India, he integrated himself into the activities of Indian National Congress in company with other stalwarts like Sardar Patel, Jawaharlal Nehru and others to steer Indian freedom struggle against the British. He finally succeeded in achieving his mission of independent India in 1947. Shockingly, he breathed his last in 1948, assassinated by Nathuram Godse. This is the passage, my dear. After reading this passage, just to ask yourself the question, what the passage is all about. Obviously, some will say it is about the life story of Mahatma Gandhi. Life story is, you can say, biography. Someone's life story, if it's written by somebody else, that writing is biography. If your life story you are writing, it is autobiography. Yes, this may be the biography of Mahatma Gandhi, or it may be the personal details, passages containing the personal details of Mahatma Gandhi. Personal details profile. This is the profile of Mahatma Gandhi. Maybe. Now, once you try to have the overall grasp of the passage, 50% of the war is over. I mean, you are now in a confident position to answer all the questions following this passage. Now, relating to this passage, let us check up how many types of questions are possible, and let me cite the examples one after the other. Relating to this passage, different types of questions are asked. I am introducing one after the other. The first type of question is content-based question. Content-based. I mean, ideas are very much there in the passage. Directly you can find the idea. Directly, if your question is there, its answer is very much there in the passage in a particular language you can pick up. Very evidently it is present. This is something that we call the approach to answering with local reference. Local means at a particular place, answer is present. So with local reference, you are able to answer the question. Now, for example, relating to this passage, here is a question. Who is the illustrious child of Mother India? Who is the illustrious child of Mother India? It is there, very much in the passage. Some names are there: Kaba Gandhi, Putli Bai, Mohandas, Jawaharlal Nehru. In the context of the passage, illustrious child is Mohandas. So Mohandas is the correct answer. See, this answer is evidently present in the line of the passage. This is what we call the content-based question. This is one type. Relating to the passage, there is also another type of question known as gist or theme-based question. Gist or theme-based question. In order to answer such type of question, what you need is you have to have the overall view of the entire passage. Unless you take the overview of the entire passage, it is difficult to answer the question. Now, such an approach is known as global approach. Entire passage to be kept in mind in order to answer the question. One question I am citing for you. From this you can understand what is the global reference. What is the gist or theme-based question relating to the passage. Question is, the passage is a, this is a question, passage is a, what options are there? List of achievements of a person, biography of Karamchand, story of Indian freedom struggle, study of political career of Mahatma Gandhi. See, answer is the biography of Karamchand. Now, my point is, if you have understood the passage in its entirety, total grasp of the passage is there. If it is there, you've understood the passage properly, then you can answer this question, and it needs a global approach. Entire passage in your mind. With that, you are able to answer the question. See, my dear, such a question needs thorough understanding of the passage. Without the thorough understanding, it will be difficult to answer the question. Let me tell you, my dear, biography is that writing which involves the life history of somebody else. If your life history is being written by somebody else, then that history of your life will be treated as biography. But if you write your own story, if you write your own life story, it will be autobiography. Yes, that is there. Now, apart from this, there is also another type of question relating to the passage. It is true or false establishment. Some statements are given. You have to identify whether this statement is true or false. I am citing one example. See, identify the incorrect statement. 4 statements are there. Out of 4, 3 are correct and 1 is incorrect. Find out the incorrect one. See, Mohandas was born in Gujarat. One statement. He was bar at law. Another statement. He had a delayed marriage. Another statement. He went to South Africa. Another statement. See, out of these 4 statements, 1 is wrong. He had a delayed marriage. This is wrong. Early marriage. Okay. Now, my point is, if some statements are given and you are asked to find out the false one, in the context of the passage, you can find out. This apart, relating to vocabulary, some questions are also set. Yes, meanings of certain words, you have to find out synonyms, right? And one question is here: which word can replace illustrious? One is infamous, another is famous, another is timid, another is naughty. Out of these 4 words, which one is synonym of illustrious? It is famous. Illustrious is famous. So this is one category of question relating to the passage. Question on vocabulary test. Okay. Additionally, there is also another type of question known as inferential type of question. Inference. What is inference? Coming to a conclusion on the basis of inductive and deductive logic. You come to a conclusion of your own. This is what we call the inferential question. Now, to answer such type of question, you need what? Imagination and visualization. Visualization of ideas. Now, the answer is not present in the passage itself. You won't find the answer, final answer, but you have to conclude the answer by your own reasoning. One question is here: was courage an integral part of Gandhiji's personality? Courage word is not there in the passage, but you have to conclude whether courageous was Mahatma Gandhi or he was not. Now, some options are: yes, courage was a part of his personality. No, it was not a part of his personality. It's very difficult to say. This is one option. He was timid at heart. 4 options. Out of these 4, option 1, yes, it was. Courage was a part of his personality. This is the correct answer. Now you see, my dear, this sort of question is known as inferential type of question. You apply your own reasoning to come to the answer, to find the answer. And there is also another type of question which we get from this comprehension passage, that is attitude exploring. What is that attitude exploring? After reading the passage, if you can establish what might be the intention of the writer. The writer has written the passage, what might be his attitude, whether he wants to teach something, whether he wants to establish something, or emotionally he is trying to speak out something which is false, emotionally he is trying to speak out something which is correct, or he is trying to teach the society some lesson, or he is trying to create some awareness. So far, the attitude in this passage is concerned, the writer is trying to give us the awareness about Mahatma Gandhi. Totality of Mahatma Gandhi's life he is trying to bring to us. And that is why. So for attitude is concerned, we can say creation of awareness, positive attitude. Attitude may be positive, attitude may be negative. Attitude may be the attitude of acceptance. Attitude may be the acceptance, the attitude of negation. Acceptance, opposite is negation. Attitude of appreciation, opposite is attitude of derogation. And emotional, realistic. Okay. So here, sort of awareness creation, which is a positive attitude, that is there in the passage. Right. Now, what is the writer convey through the passage? Here is a question. To praise Mahatma Gandhi, to share about Indian freedom struggle, to create awareness on the life of Mahatma Gandhi, and to show his qualities as a leader. See, to create awareness on the life of Mahatma Gandhi, most possibly this is the correct answer. Yes. Now, my point is, when the question relating to attitude of the writer, that is there, you have to think a lot. Total passage is to be analyzed, and finally you have to come to your own conclusion. Okay? Now, my dear, these are a few varieties of questions which are linked to the passage comprehension. Additional questions might be there. From time to time also new questions are being created. So this list which I provided, it is not exclusive. Additional questions, okay, might be there. But however, from time to time I shall be supplementing, I shall be making additions to the questions in my subsequent videos. Well, it is very important. If at all you want to attempt the questions relating to the passage, what is important is thorough understanding. In this connection, my advice is you read the passage randomly once. After the single reading, try to attempt the answer. If at all you are capable of answering the questions, fine. If the passage is still a difficult one, go for the second reading. Second reading of the passage. Don't go for the third reading. Third reading will be wastage of time. In the second reading, two readings. Second readings will be the intensive reading, very analytical reading. With that, you can definitely will be able to do it. I mean, you'll be able to answer the questions. See, what in this connection you have to do is you have to read the passage speedily, because in the examination you have to fight with time. Time is short, and you have to answer a lot of questions. So you have to be speedy. Let me tell you, my dear, for an educated man, the average reading speed is 150 words per minute. But you are a candidate for the examination, and you have to tackle this comprehension passage. That is why, on practice, you have to try to reach the speed of 200. The real essence of comprehension is read and understand. Okay, my dear. Another additional advice I would like to offer is, to do well in such type of comprehension passages, develop the habit of reading English newspaper every day. Magazines, if you find, journals, periodicals, try to read them. They will give you a good speed. They will help you develop speed reading. And you see, after reading, try to create your mind map. What is mind map? After reading, some ideas must have entered your mind. Try to link them up. And this linkage will help you a lot. Now, in this connection, intensive reading pays a lot. Intensive reading, thorough understanding, speed reading. Okay.